to U.S. employees. Tram?
Well, this month, many people are trying to jumpstart their diets. And one very popular way is juicing, whether it's to cleanse, detox, or use it a part of their breakfast. But is juicing actually good for you? What about smoothies? And are there any drawbacks? Dr. Sonal Harder with Dignity Health Medical Group joins me now to explain. All right, so again, lots of people juice, lots of people drink smoothies. What's the difference between the two?
Okay, so juice is the liquid part of vegetables and fruits. For example, right here is the orange juice.
Okay.
And what we have done is remove the fiber. So in this jar, we have all the good stuff, the fiber that's removed. Now, it's not necessarily bad, but you're taking the fiber away. Now, we know that fiber is extremely good for a gut microbiome. It actually makes us feel full, but also look how much orange juice I got in 4 to 5 little mandarin oranges. This was me. I made that juice, so I know exactly how many oranges went into that juice, and that's about 5 ounces. Now, smoothies tend to have a little bit more macronutrients like protein and fat sources. For example, this smoothie has cacao powder, which is cocoa, oat milk, it has protein powder, almond butter, and half a banana. So now you have, and you can even add a little bit of spinach or veggies. So
I do that, yes.
You know, complete with good carbs and protein and fats. So that's basically the difference between juicing and making smoothies.
And I do feel like smoothies, I mean, it's thicker.
Correct.
Usually.
Keeps us, and typically because they have fats and proteins and a little bit more fiber, because we're keeping the fiber in the smoothies, they tend to keep you full. They can be a replacement meal for some people. So breakfast, right? If you don't have time for breakfast, that can be a good option for you.
Oh, yeah, many a times. So is there one better than the other? What would you recommend?
Say caution on this one. So it depends on how many ingredients go in a smoothie, right? So for example, these are both store-bought. Now this one is promoted as all green smoothie. So it kind of makes it attractive. Has kale, spinach, parsley, and 6 different fruits. Now the problem with that one, 310 calories, but 56 grams of sugar, and some of that is added sugar. Now this smoothie, like we said, this chocolate almond butter smoothie has about 21 grams of protein and 16 grams of sugar.
Way less.
So important, and this is going to keep you fuller than the green smoothie. So you have to read your labels, and just because it's labeled green and all green doesn't necessarily make it all healthy for us.
A lot of times when I'm looking at, you know, the liquid nutrients, I look at the sugar, because I'm like, whoa, you think it's, again, healthy, and then you're like, oh my God, how many grams of sugar?
Now, I want to point out to viewers on this one. This, I made it this morning. This is all the fiber I removed. This is a juice. But this juice has 2 cups of kale, 1 green apple, fresh turmeric, cucumber, and lemon. Now, this one has significantly less sugar than this all green. And they both kind of have similar, you know, nutrition values. So, and it's cheaper than what I bought from the store.
Well, and I was going to say, you know, a lot of times when you make it at home, you know what you're putting into it.
And you control the calories.
And the sugar,
And the sugar, because these can be calorie dense. So you can get excessive calories unintentionally if you're not paying attention to the ingredients.
But the nice thing about the smoothies is there's lots of protein.
Absolutely. You can add protein. You can add good fats like nut butters, chia seeds, flax seeds, and make it a little bit more robust.
Could you do that with the juicing?
You can't. Well, that juice is basically thinner consistency. You could that becomes a smoothie. If you have juice and all those other things, that's your smoothie.
And there's antioxidants, right? That's one big plus.
Anti-inflammatories, and remember the dietary guidelines suggest about 1.5 cups to 2 fruit per day. Also 2 to 3 cups of vegetables. So people who are trying to add vegetables, this is a good option. Whether it's juice or smoothies, you can add those veggies and fruits and get your day started. That way we know that 2 cups of fruit, 2 to 3 cups of vegetables lower your risk for heart disease, dementia, and all those other conditions, cancer included. So if that's your goal for today or this year, you can add these veggies and fruits in your smoothies.
I'm just curious, is this what you do every morning?
I do.
Oh my gosh, I knew it. I knew you did. Okay, you're so good.
I put all these ingredients in a Ziploc and freeze it. So then it's easy for me to just take it out and blend it and
That's another
take off.
segment. Yes.
Yes.
Planning it, making it organized and beautiful,
Yes.
which I know you always
Yes.
do.
And real quickly,
Yeah.
this fiber, 10 grams. We need 25 to 30 grams of fiber as an adult. This is 10 grams. So don't get
Wow,
rid of
that's
that
like half of
fiber.
it,
Just
yeah.
blend it with your smoothie.
Yeah, okay. Excellent advice. Thank you so much. Cheers to that.
Yes, cheers.
I got to get on board your juicing. Okay, thank you, Rachel. over
Oh
to
my
you.
gosh, yes, we need the meal prep segment specifically for the juicing and the smoothies.
know.
Ladies, thank you.